to Hobby Lobby. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Let's go back out to the phone lines and welcome back Galen Unall from Life South. Brought to you by Penn Flooring, Just Shipped, and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation. Galen, good morning to you again.
Hey.
I got good news for everybody but you and I.
Okay.
You know, if you're a Yankees fan, that is.
Oh. I don't know any of those people.
Monday,
to talk to Yankees.
the Tampa Bay Rays traded Austin Meadows to the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. Right.
And that takes him away from having to bat with the play against the Yankees. And in 17 games against the Yankees, he had 8 home runs and 21 RBIs. So the Yankees are glad that bat's not going to be in the Rays lineup for him. But then I go and look, and this is the reason I brought this up has nothing to do with because we both dislike the Yankees, so that's just part of it. But how baseball has changed and to what makes a good hitter nowadays. Meadows is considered a good hitter, especially against the Yankees. His batting average against the Yankees 267. He does have 14 home runs and 30 RBIs against him, but he's also got 11 strikeouts. What happened to the days of when a batter was thought to be a good batter on offense because he batted 308 or 320, not 267 with 12 strikeouts?
Baseball has become such a game of numbers, more than it ever has. It's always been a game that, geeks can geek out on because of all the stats. But now it's just about production. How many runs do you score? That's all that these teams care about. And there is no such thing anymore as a productive out until the playoffs. And that's what kind of crazy is they now these baseball guys, they play the long game. In the playoffs, they want productive outs. But in a regular season game in May, they don't care about productive outs. It's a different game.
It's just, I don't know, moving a runner over used to mean something. That was a productive out, but they don't like.
That's if you're playing, but they don't play for the one-run inning anymore.
But what gets me is
for the crooked number.
But to play that way the whole season, and then have to change how you play in the playoffs because the season's 162 games. The playoffs are very short. You can play. Sure. You can be 5 games, be out. Hell, you can be 1 game in a wild card, be out. So yep. I don't know. I'm one of those old school guys that I like my batters to at least 3 times out of 10 know what they're doing. I mean now it's 2.5 times out of 10.
Yeah, but if 2.5 of those results in runs, that's a better percentage than if because before it was like you get a runner at first, there's like a 15% chance they're going to score. You get a runner at second, it's like 38 or 48 or something. I forgot the number. This article I read kind of changed my mind. I'll have to pull that back up. This was like 2 years ago, and it was purely statistically driven about your percentages of scoring a run. So that's why they want those, you know, doubles and home runs matter.
Well, yeah, but
Right? Never steal a base. Back in the day, stealing a base was an art form. Now, it'll get you demoted. They do not want you to steal a base because you're giving up.
Yeah.
You advancing isn't worth it statistically.
But what gets me is, let's take that example. And I know they don't want you stealing a base because once you're on first, if you get thrown out going to second, statistically you've cost your team a base runner. I mean, walks matter now. At least walks matter with these new statistics. But you know this better than anybody. If the prevailing thought today was in place, say, I don't know, 18 years ago, Dave Roberts never steals second base. The Red Sox never win.
True. No, that's not true. Because it's the playoffs. Playoffs are a different
that's
game.
right. It's the playoffs. They go back to actual baseball.
That's correct.
That's right.
That's correct. No.
Right.
It's because you're playing a one game instead of 162 games.
But
Dave Roberts still steals because you got to remember the Red Sox. That's how they won the World Series was by playing that statistical game. They were just doing all the statistical matchups, etc. Sabermetrics. They were one of the first ones who, brought somebody on staff, Bill. His last name just popped out of my brain. But who came on staff and said, "Look, based on my analysis, this is how many hits he's going to get."
It all goes back. It all goes back to Moneyball.
Well, rotisserie baseball
Right.
is what it goes back to.
And the way that they use those statistics through rotisserie baseball to then shape how the Oakland A's pioneered it, because it was, first off, it was done by, wasn't it a bunch of MIT students that started rotisserie baseball?
Correct. Yep.
So, and I don't even like rotisserie baseball. I'd rather have head-to-head matchups instead of rotisserie. But it just cheapens the game that you don't even have to be very good now.
No, that's not true. Your swing's different.
Strikeouts are outs, but nobody seems to care.
Right, because it's a strikeout is better than a double play.
Yeah, well, that is, it's one out's better than two outs. I see that statistic, but
so and there's also
Dave
some evidence.
Kingman would be a god right now.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Dave Kingman be looked at completely different.
He would be he'd be Hall of Fame material. He really would be.
There's a bunch of guys like that. The way you approach your swing and the launch angle, and you want to hit the ball to the gaps, is kind of gone now. Now you're trying to pull everything, trying to hit for power. That used to be the whole thing is, you want to double off the wall, hit it into the gap. Now I'm going to hit this thing as hard as I possibly can. Different game.
They wouldn't like Deion Sanders triples these days.
Well, Deion just ran. He pulled the heck out of the ball and then would just run. But
throw me out if you can. If you got it, try to throw me out if you can.
Anymore.
No, guys like Vince Coleman would not be the stars they were in the '80s.
Oh, that's not. I think Vince Coleman now would be a much more of a home run hitter. You would have completely changed his game. And that's the thing. I mean,
Steroid Ron Gant would be a blessing right now.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Oh yeah, but it's a different game. So it's there. And if you look at it statistically, it's working because there's more runs being scored now per year. Strikeouts, yes, are way up, but again, at the end of the day, the point of the game is to score more runs than the other team, and runs are up. So that's what it's all about.
Right.
And also, pitching, it's all about power pitching now. There is no more finesse in the game, and I think that's a bigger impact on the game than anything else.
Greg Maddux was a dink and dunker. So was Tom Glavine. There was a lot of pitchers that just nibbled around the plate back then. Mike Mussina was a nibbler and everything. And now it's just, I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. It's going to be somewhere, between your neck and your knees, and see if you can catch up with it.
Yep, that's right.
So, Opening day is Thursday. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the Atlanta Braves will open as the reigning World Series champions. And I will tell you this right now. I give them no shot at repeating. None. Zero, zilch, nada.
Freddie Freeman will be missed, but the National League East isn't very strong, so it'll be interesting to see how they shake it out. They'll make the playoffs.
That Dodgers team just got stronger, though, by adding Freeman to the lineup.
Yeah, but I mean, they're the Dodgers. They're in the West. You got to win it. You got to win a lot before you meet them. But they'll make the playoffs.
We need to take one more break before we come back with Galen. When we come back, there's somebody at the Masters that it doesn't seem like it fits to me. I'll ask you about that when we get back from break because it just seems weird to me. We'll do that next. We're talking with Galen, from Life South. Thanks to the good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and JustShip.net. We'll be right back after this brief timeout. Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
As spring rolls in, the deals just get better this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. They're rolling out a brand new list of savings no matter where you look all over this fabulous 5-acre garden. Bob has a truly marvelous selection of spring annuals you can mix or match for less than $2 each. You get a huge flat of 18 for just $35.99. You're looking for bulbs? Bob has jumbo caladiums for just $2.99 when you buy 10 or more. There's a truckload sale on fruit. You can get 2 nice blueberries for just $14. And can you believe it? A BOGO on African iris. Yes, gorgeous African iris, regularly $9.99, but you buy one, get one free while supplies last. It's tree planting time. That means you buy one and get one at half price. At Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try our breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you soon.
Hey there, Congresswoman Kat Kamak here, your conservative voice in our nation's capital. Tax filing season is underway, and while the IRS works through its millions of backlog cases from prior years, our office is here to help you navigate the IRS. From delayed tax returns, missing stimulus payments, and so much more, you can reach out to our team at camac.house.gov for help. I'm Kat Kamak, and it is my honor to serve you.
This ad is paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Tuesday, coming up at 9 o'clock, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be taking all your questions. Then at 10 o'clock, Matt Gibbs with Sunrise Auto will be in the building. But right now, Galen Unaw is still with us for another 10 minutes. Thanks to the good folks at Just Shipped, which, by the way, opened their brick-and-mortar store this morning at 6:30 at 811 North Magnolia. So go by, see Susan, take care of all your shipping needs at Just Shipped. Also, we'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation and Penn Flooring. Galen, you know the name Ben Hogan?
Sure, of course.
You know the name Freddie Couples?
Yes.
You know Tiger?
Mm-hmm.
You know who Ian Woosnam is? You know, those kind of names. How about Tyler or Corey or Kobe or Garrett or Cody? Any ideas?
Well, I know who those guys are, but you would never think that they would go to the hallowed grounds of Augusta.
That's Dude Perfects, the YouTube sensation Dude Perfects. They played an all-sports golf battle at the Masters. And if you know what they do, they go to different golf courses and they take baseball bats and kickballs and tennis rackets, anything but golf clubs, and they play golf holes. Not only did they go to Augusta, they went to Amen Corner to film this.
Yeah.
Okay? Not just Augusta, but they went to Amen Corner. And by the way, they teamed up with another reason that I don't like the whiny little baby now. They teamed up with Bryson DeChambeau to do this. For 11 minutes, they played 11 through 13 using frisbees, baseball bats, pool cues, with one rule. Once you use it, you can't use it again, just like they always do. Why would Augusta allow this?
That's a good question. I mean, maybe it's because they have 56 million subscribers. 57.3. Just check that out. They've already gotten 5.6 million views. It'll end up with somewhere in the 25 to 30 million views. But Augusta doesn't need publicity. But boy, do they sure get it.
Well,
and does it is if you look at the target audience for Dude Perfect, it's probably under the age of 16, I'm guessing. Right? I know families that watch it together. But is that going to mean people are more likely to watch the Masters?
Well, the Augusta National says, it's part of our image to make sure that we're into the 21st century, but none of it's outside of our control. We still were in complete control. And Dude Perfect's Chad Coleman's chief brand officer said, we filmed a video at SoFi a couple weeks before the Super Bowl, and it was 10 times easier than what we had to deal with at the Masters. But he said that it was a great experience. And the Masters, as they said, a lot of it, they have mystique and tradition, but the Masters, the Augusta National will tell you that Dude Perfect has something else, and a whole lot of it. Like you said, 57 subscribers to their YouTube channel, making it the largest YouTube channel of its kind. 24 hours after the video was posted, 4 million had watched it on the platform. And what they're saying is they said a lot of people that watch that may not be your normal Masters watcher, who now will get to see the golf course through these YouTube channels, and it may get more eyes to the TV set.
Maybe. I mean, I guess. Who the heck knows? I mean, there's no. I mean, I don't know how many 16-year-olds are going to tune in to watch the Masters because of Dude Perfect. I don't know. I don't know.
According to Augusta National, according to Augusta National's release, the group of trick shot artists provide a logical way to reach a younger, more diverse group than our typical patrons. The folks involved with running the Masters speak frequently about growing the game, and this is our effort to help put our money where our mouth is.
Sure. But to me, this may be a little crazy, but it's like Ozzy Osbourne performing at the Cathedral Notre Dame.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the right fit.
Or going to the Vatican. I don't know. I mean, these guys, I've watched a lot of their videos. They're entertaining. It just seems.
And to do it at the Phoenix Open would make all the sense in the world.
Agreed.
To do it at
Torrey Pines
or Sea Pines and Hilton Head.
You could name every other golf course in America.
To do it at the National just makes no sense to me.
You don't do it at Augusta.
I mean, we don't let Ozzy Osbourne go bite the head off a bat in the Sistine Chapel. We just don't do it.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. And I haven't watched the video.
Oh, it's a good video. It's 11 minutes. It's Dude Perfect at their best, and it is Amen Corner. But my problem is that it's Amen Corner.
Yeah, that's the problem. they did it at TPC. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But not at Augusta.
No, I just and
That's like, you know what it is? I think I've got it's like going to your, you know that aunt where you're in that room and you're not ever allowed to go in?
she's got the creepy dolls, but you can't touch them.
Right, you can't. You're in that room and everything's covered in plastic.
Right.
But you're going in there. Not only are you going in there, you're going in there with like Cheetos, and you have orange fingers all over the place.
Everywhere.
It's that.
Everywhere.
It's very uncomfortable.
And here's the kicker to it. If you watch the video, you know who narrates the video for him?
If it's Jim Nance, I may lose my mind.
Hello, friends.
No, he does
That's
not.
how he starts the video.
Oh, you're
Jim
kidding.
Nance voices the video for him.
You see, I don't know if that helps it or hurts it. I'm going to have to watch the video. I haven't watched it.
They said that Nance's voice was a last-minute addition because Augusta National is able to work their magic when they can. And he was great. They said he called him and go like, so you need me there tomorrow? And Jim Nance did the – but, you know, Jim Nance has a golf hole in his house. And he invites people over to his house, celebrities and all, and then he'll do the voiceover as they're playing that hole in his house and everything.
Sure,
so Jim Nance has a funny side to him. But to add Jim Nance going, hello, friends, as well as Amen Corner, it's too much.
No, that may help. I haven't watched the video, but that may help. That may help.
It hurt me. It made it worse for me.
Like if Jack Nicklaus came out of the woods or something and said, "Hi guys, I think I'll take this shot." I mean, that would help.
Yeah, like he did with Johnny Miller. You want me to come down there and make that putt for you?
Yeah, correct. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it, Tom. Gonna have to watch it.
That's still one of my favorite videos. Jack Nicklaus.
Like Perfect.
That is one of my favorite videos. Jack Nicklaus. Johnny Miller goes, "This is an impossible putt. Nobody can make this. You want me to come down there and show you how to make that putt?" He walks down there, just doesn't even size it up, looks at it, hits it. 103 foot later, Jack makes the putt.
Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
That's why he's the greatest, and Tiger was not.
By the way, speaking of Tiger Woods, I don't like this. I don't like it. Tiger says game time decision. So that leaves the first alternate, and there is a first alternate, waiting to see if he can get in the Masters. I either make a decision now, Tiger, or don't make a decision. You know whether in 2 days you're playing golf.
He does. I think that's I disagree. I don't think he really does know.
He knows whether his game's good enough to play
No.
and not embarrass him in the Masters.
I agree with that part, Tom. What I'm saying is I don't know if his body is ready.
Well, no, and he should know that if his body's not ready to perform properly.
I don't.
And by the way, what's more embarrassing, to say, no, I can't make it this year, or to withdraw 3 holes in?
That's why I think he doesn't want to embarrass himself. I have no problem with this. I have zero problem with this.
Well, I probably hold a grudge for having to take my video of him going 2 stairs at a time down off YouTube so that the PGA wouldn't take my credentials.
Sure, of course.
I probably hold a grudge for that.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that.
Once again, though, there's nothing that's going to spoil this week for me. Even Dude Perfect at Amen Corner, nothing spoiling it. It started with, by the way, I watched the final round yesterday of the women's amateur at Augusta National.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoever dreamed that idea up did a great thing. That was a good round of golf, and that
solved a lot of problems, didn't it?
It did
for Augusta.
For Augusta.
I mean, it solved a lot of problems.
And it's the 16-year-old that won was good, and just if you watched how it transpired and how it came to be, you just see the pressure and the agony of golf at its best. If you watch that round of golf, it was very good.
And that's what match play does at the highest level, right? When you get really, really good match play, that's what it looks like.
And then you got the par 3s tomorrow.
Yep.
And if you win the par 3, pack it up, go home. You're not winning the Masters.
Well, that's why nobody really tries to win it.
By the way, the par 3 has been won by Ocala's own Ted Potter Jr. before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, hey, Galen, is the Bloodmobile back running today?
Yeah, we're backing up. We're Outlaw Snacks today. So, the old golden...
Yeah, Golden Flake.
Golden Flake, yeah, we're there. That's where we're at. Excited to be there.
Yeah, and always you can go, if you can't find the Bloodmobile, if you can't get to the Bloodmobile, you can always go on the Boulevard, right?
That's correct, right there at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. And please, just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Go Heels!
Yeah,
right.
They beat Duke. I mean, that's
all that
really
matters.
all that matters.
Really, that's all I care about. Hey, Galen, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye, all.
We'll be right back after this timeout on Ocala Talks on WOCA The Source.
The Ocala International Airport. This is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
President Biden, Vice President Harris, and former President Barack Obama will deliver remarks on the Affordable Care Act and lowering health care costs. The new policy is designed to close a loophole in the ACA known as the family glitch that's prevented an estimated 5 million people from qualifying for subsidized health plans.
They will have lunch tomorrow as well as they used to do on a weekly basis. I would note they continue to talk regularly. They are real friends, not just Washington friends, and so I'm sure they will talk about events in the world as well as their families and personal lives.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair Mark Milley will testify before the Armed Services Committee in just about a half hour. Republican Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is expected to sign a bill that outlines the rights of parents to review public school